All right, so are you a true investor? So let me talk about it. True investors just don't beg. We actually structure deals and make it happen. How you doing? My name is Franklin Cruz from True Investors Development, and I kind of want to break down how these two properties, there's one house over here, we tore that one down, got it rezoned, and then we created two, and then we actually own the lot in the back. But I want to talk about the opportunity with True Investors and walk inside and kind of go over these modern homes that we actually won the City of Lakeland's Beautification Award on, and we actually got it on the front page of the newspaper pertaining to both of these properties, and we're actually nominated for the Frank Lloyd Wright Spirit Award as well. But I want to talk to you about being a true investor, because this is a short opportunity that I'm going to give and discuss about being a true investor and being what I call about part of what I call the founding 50. So the founder 50 is this. It's going to be a small elite group of actually people doing real estate. Instead of just talking about it, and instead of actually just saying, hey, one day, someday I'm going to be working with really high level individuals. We're going to be doing it. And I'm kind of tired myself. I've been in the real estate game for about 20 plus years now. And what comes up is, and just FYI, so we pushed up the ceilings, 22-foot high ceilings. All these can lights as well. We've got little hidden rooms right here. Everything's kind of modern as well. We wanted to do something completely different. So we've got quartz over here, stainless steel appliances, little touch too whenever you're doing projects. People love wine coolers. You can get this wine cooler for almost the same price that you can just the regular kitchen cabinet. Anyway, going back into the Founders 50. So the Founders 50, all it's really about creating community with people actually doing the business rather than just talking about it. I find it so, that's a pot filler, really cool. You should do that on your properties. What I found it very interesting is most investors, they're not true investors. They're talking a lot. They're whining, they're complaining. But if you want to be a part of the Founder 50, that is basically a community of true investors that are taking action, doing the actual business, not just talking about it, not some kind of laundry room, really big, cool. Cool light, highly recommend you do that. And always pre-install little things like these, brooms and whatnot. People love that. So anyway, going back into it. So look, if you want to be a part of the Founders 50, I'm handpicking it, okay? I'm a military veteran, so I'm definitely gonna go through this like a fine tooth comb. Highly recommend, always do like little cool plaques. Makes the buyers feel like this is a great property, not secluded, but it's a great property and that's what you want. So anyway, want to bring it back to the Founders 50. So if you want in on the Founders 50 and you're truly like saying, Franklin, I want in, I want to be a part of that first group of the Founders 50, what would that actually look like? Well, let's talk about it. So if you go to trueinvestors.com right now, I'm going to actually go through the application process, make sure that, hey, you're somebody that we could bring into the community. I've already built out an entire academy that you'll have access to, including what we're going to be doing. This is the guest bathroom as well. Pretty cool stuff. I've got the complete takeoff list too that I'll be going over on our weekly accountability calls. Really just make sure I get your ass in order so we're all taking massive action. And that's including real estate developments as well. So if there's a plot of land, probably we could partner with it, but I'm only going to do this with the Founders 50, period. I'm not going to do this for everybody because it doesn't work anymore. To me, just doing one-on-one consulting, that's fun. I enjoy it, but I want to create a community. I want to create a community of individuals that are actually doing the business, that are actually true investors, right? That are just taking massive action, not just talking about it and not just being about it either, but just saying, hey, you know what? I love America. That's what we got in the back. And I want to take massive action because I want to take the profits that I'm actually going to make from what I'm doing right now in real estate, and I want to actually multiply that. I want to accelerate it, make even more profits for me, my family, the community around me, leave a legacy. Now, there's a cool project. You could even check this out, 7187 Cruise Court. So I took one house, converted to 41 houses, sold it at KB Homes for $1.25 million, and it was amazing. And so what I love about it as well during that process was I was able to help 41 families get a property that at the time were not going to be able to get a property. So we created that opportunity. It was me and a great team, but I didn't complain at how was I going to get the money? How was I going to make stuff happen? The AC's here, but this is Florida. So how was I going to do everything? How was I going to make it happen? I didn't complain about it. I just made it happen. I figured out how to structure the deal, figured out how to get the private money. I actually found the legal attorneys when I started negotiating with KB. Everybody started bidding on this property. KB Homes, DR Horton, all of it. And then after that, at that deal structured, I didn't know they were going to name the street after me and my family. They did. It was Cruz Court. You want to look it up? First house was 7187 Cruz Court, Lakeland, Florida. And it was amazing. And then I did another one. And then I did another one. And then I did another one. And it was awesome. And so what comes up for me now is we're doing a lot of cool projects, master developments. We're doing still new builds. I still got rehabs going. But what comes up is I want to create a community of what I call the Founder 50. So then that Founder 50, again, go to trueinvestors.com, fill out the application, and let's see if we can work together and be a part of the community. What that entails is 1, weekly accountability calls. Period. That's the first thing. I want to see if you're going to get in. We created an entire academy with all of my contracts, me dealing with sellers. You actually, not just me talking about it, I'm talking about like the camera's on with me negotiating with a seller. And I got a permission slip so I could do that. So all of that is happening at the same time too. It's a real community. So we're going to keep you accountable, making sure, hey, you are taking action. If you are not taking action, then what are you doing, right? Why are you doing this if you're not going to take massive action? So that's the other aspect of it. And how to structure deals. Well, Franklin, what if I got an issue? What if I'm having a problem structuring deals? What am I going to do? Well, how am I going to do that? Well, that's perfect, because at the end of the day, that's actually what I'm pretty good at. And so we're going to actually work through all of those transactions, make sure we can actually figure out exactly what's going on that property, then come up with a solution. If we have to find who's the private money lender or how to structure it or the legal aspect of it, we could do that. I've got templates of everything I've ever done when it comes down to contracts, creative deals, multi-million-dollar deals. All of that we can discuss. But if you're interested in being in the Founders 50, if that's you, if you're tired of just talking about it, or you see something missing within your own business and you just need that other person to look at it because you think you have a blind spot and you don't know where, Jesus Lord, that sounds no joke. And you don't know what is going on and you're like, Franklin, I need help I've got some blind spots, man. Can you assist with this? That's what the community is all about. So if you want to apply, look, this ain't cheap either. But at the end of the day, if you don't get 10 times of its worth of the investment that you actually invest in yourself, then I'll give you back the money. I don't care about the money, but I just want somebody who's serious. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this does help. Even if you're listening to this and just say, look, man, this is what's possible. Look, I just took, again, there was a house sitting right here. Then I went through the process, got it rezoned, figured out you could do a cottage lot community in this area. And then I created 2 houses, built them side by side, kept a lot in the back. So anything is possible, but it helps when you got somebody who's already been there, done that. So if you're interested in being the Founders 50, let's talk about it. I'll see you. Have a good one. Bye.